Well, good morning and Happy New Year. Thanks for clicking on my channel. And I wanted to explain some things and kind of digress into how this journal of a channel got started. For those of you that have recently joined me, because I've seen a big uptick of people joining me recently. And I think they mostly came in because of my bikes. I do ride a lot, and my discussions about fitness, because it is Ride for Life, Fit for Life. But that's not where the channel started. So I want to go back in time and digress into how this channel started. It started actually over 15 years ago, and it was marketing. And I thought I would use this social media platform to market for my spinning class and indoor cycling class, and for my boot camps that stemmed out of those indoor cycling classes. I was a instructor at a gym teaching indoor cycling for 18 years. I had a regular following, and people liked my classes. They liked them for the music. I had a very aggressive type of trance and techno and industrial type music that I taught my classes to. And then I also taught people about heart rate monitor training. And this was before Garmin watches. The only watches that were around back then were Polar watches. And I was an ambassador for the Polar watches and Polar heart rate monitor straps. And so people came to my class, purchased those through me. This is before the internet, before Amazon. I would have to order in bulk and then distribute them in my class. But people learned about heart rate monitor training back when it was first talked about in some old books, and you can look up Dr. Edmund Burke and talking about heart rate monitor training. And that's what I based it on, the zone training, back before Orange Theory Fitness ever was around or even a concept. So I did that in the very beginning. That's how my first YouTube channel started, and it was called Hard Mountain Biker or Pasadena Hardcore Fitness. I can't remember what I named it back then. And so I had it that name, and kind of, I wasn't too much into it. I would post some stuff up every once in a while, but I had such a busy life with teaching my class and working full time and doing this class as a sideline, that I didn't really post up a lot of things, and nobody posted much on YouTube back then anyway. And so then fast forward to 10 years ago when I first came out to the Philippines, and that's where I'm sitting right now. I'm in the Philippines, and I met a beautiful girl. Same old story, right? So I wanted to get to know her. I didn't want it to be a typical mail order bride type situation where she just chooses me because I rescue her from the Philippines. I wanted to get to know her and get to know her family and get to know the culture there and find out really what was I getting into. We didn't get married till 4 years later. We took our time, and I was going back and forth. But the first time I stayed here for 6 months, well, five months and some change. So I made that channel, and I changed the channel name to Doug and Margie Fit Couple in the Philippines. So there may be a few subs here that saw that channel, and I talked about the Philippines, my experience renewing my visa, my experience about being a vet here and teaching other vets about access to healthcare. Now, I'm not a disabled veteran. I don't get VA benefits, but I am a veteran, and I get and I knew about those benefits from the other perspective, because my full-time job in the United States, and also even while I was here, was as a registered nurse and case management. So I knew about healthcare benefits extensively because that's kind of what I specialized in. So I helped develop a network. I was visiting hospitals here. I was talking to doctors' offices and asking them if they would see veterans and people here that had TRICARE benefits in their practice, and working on that end of things, while at the same time getting to know my wife or my girlfriend at the time. So that's how it changed to that name. Then years later, COVID hit, right? And actually I went back to California right before COVID and that whole catastrophe. And I went back there again. I go back and forth because I need to go work. I never really got, I guess, social media money. That's for sure. I never got that, and I never really expected that. So I never put in any professional production into anything I do. So I mean, you get what you invest in. So my investment was in my regular career, where I have licenses and education and college degrees and everything else like that. So I stuck with what I know. And so I went back there, started working back as a case manager and working for health plans and I worked for some startups back then and things like that. So I was doing that and riding my bike all the time. So as I'm riding my bike all the time, I thought, well, it's not really Doug and Margie Fit Couple in the Philippines anymore. Let me call it Ride for Life, Fit for Life, because I really feel that if you ride and keep fit, it is a lifetime commitment, and it's going to keep you healthier for the long time. So I started making all those videos focused on the bike stuff I love. And so, excuse all the background noise, guys. I'm in a busy area next to the beach right here in the Philippines. So I'll walk you out there in a minute, or maybe you see how much time I've got. 6 minutes on this video, so I don't know if you want that long of a video. But so I changed it to Ride for Life, Fit for Life, and started focusing more on the bike stuff that I like. I started talking about Rimpact and CushCore and how it was a game changer for me using tire inserts and going wider with my rims, and why I feel that's such a big benefit, and talking about the different custom wheels and different components, whether it's talking about my new single speed build. And I kind of have I know there's a percentage of you that really want to get into single speeds or started riding single speeds, and some of you even told me because of me. And I like the simplicity. I've had a rigid single speed that I rode the same technical trails that I ride with my hardtails with suspension that I did on that rigid single speed, and I'm going to build up another one in 2025, so stay tuned for that. But I wanted to just thank everybody for subscribing and following me, and it's not necessary. I'd like it, just watch it and make a comment. I mean, I get more out of the comments than anything. And keep yourself healthy, keep yourself fit. Remember the fundamentals. It's proper rest, proper diet with hydration, lots of water, and consuming water mostly and not sugary drinks, and proper exercise. And so for my New Year's resolution, I want you guys to make a New Year's resolution too. My New Year's resolution, I'm going to cut out sugar. And so that means cutting out all these pastries and all these desserts, cookies. I love cookies. I love ice cream. So it's going to cut that out. Now, I've had other stronger and more stricter type of resolutions, but I'm going to stick with sugar. And I think actually that's a pretty strict one by itself. And I encourage you to pick a New Year's resolution and stick with it and make that commitment to at least cut out that thing and have that psychological advantage of knowing that you have that discipline. I'm going to continue my cold plunging this year, and I'm going to talk to you more about that because I have a cold plunge at my house in California that I built. I'm going to build a cold plunge here in the Philippines, and I'm going to show you guys that. I have a gym upstairs. I'm going to modify my gym up here in the Philippines. I've got a gym at home. I'm going to improve on that a little bit. And then, like I said, I'm going to build a rigid single speed since I'm missing that, since my 7 solo frame cracked, and that's where I got that new 7 Evergreen that I showed you guys, the painted one, because I have 2 7 Evergreens. Anyway, I'm going to update you guys more about that, and I appreciate you following my journal and listening to me talk on this YouTube channel, because I really do it mostly for me, and I'm not trying to sound selfish, but I don't monetize this. I'm not doing this as a side hustle. I'm doing this as a cloud-based memory journal of things that I like to do, and my life experience and things I want to look back on and save and share with my family and friends. So I appreciate you guys becoming my new friends through YouTube, and feel free to make a comment and talk about your New Year's resolution and things, or any question about any of this stuff. Most of that, I get a lot of questions about my torn bicep tendon and how that's going, and I'm doing fine with it. I still work out all the time and still keep fit. So I get a lot of comments on that video. I'll make a follow-up video on that pretty soon. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great 2025. More videos to come.